Hi everyone, Emzor here. You can also call me Emre, my Turkish name. I'm reaching out from Ningbo right now. It is the 10th day of this deadly virus epidemic that we are facing here in China. It's right now spreading pretty quickly all around, even all around the globe. Right now I'm reaching out from Ningbo city, as I said, and tonight I'm flying to Thailand. But let me give a little more information of what's going on day by day over WeChat and social media. There's always new reports coming up and updates of what's going on. And I want to talk about a little bit of Ningbo city and how the coronavirus also spread around this area, because just yesterday I had some news and today there are more updates and numbers are increasing. And the reason I'm doing this video is this uncertainty that we are dealing with. There's nothing clear. Even the numbers that they just tell us about the cured, about the death toll, about the cases, I think they are not exact numbers. We feel that, we know that. And another problem is, despite they're telling to keep the hygiene against coronavirus, use a mask. Basically, I don't know if you can see one of those. It seems pretty convincing from the numbers, but I don't know how effective these masks are going to be, which I'm also going to use in Thailand. And I'm going to talk about what's going on over there as well. So basically, here's a funny story about this mask. And tonight I have to go to an airplane. I've been told from a fellow YouTuber to shave my beard, apparently. Because of the virus epidemic, it's been, suggested that this virus is related to respiratory system, and that's the basis of this virus, and it can spread all around the crowded areas. So if I have a beard, I should shave, which just sucks, bummer, but I have to take all the cautions. I'm even going to use goggles on the airport, and I'm going to take some footages over the airport to see what's going on. Let me jump into what's going on around Ningbo city and how the coronavirus from Wuhan and Hubei spread over. So we have 21 new cases were confirmed in Ningbo. Total of 41 cases. This is just a recent news I got today from WeChat. Zhejiang just notified the latest epidemic situation. At 4 a.m. January 29, Zhejiang province, this is our province, reported 132 new confirmed cases, pneumonitis, if I'm reading right, new coronavirus infection, 12 new severe cases, and 1 new discharge case among them. And the list goes on. This is all Ningbo area. This is not so far. And the numbers are increasing. That's what we are suspicious, actually. So right now, there are some cases that says even the Wuhan may not be the only source. As you see on the picture as well, seafood market in Wuhan, central China's Hubei province, may not be the only source of the novel coronavirus outbreak, according to China's pulmonary disease specialist. So when you go down there, from the statistics came from Jintan Hospital, I guess. Over here in this picture, you got some markets closed, and it's less than even 40% seafood market exposure. So the red lines that you see are still the ones that are operating, and the blue ones are still closed. I don't know how serious that we are taking this situation, but the seafood markets, you probably heard a lot over the news so far for a week, for more than 10 days. Ever since I came to China, I just want to say that these seafood markets, or these cheap markets where they sell all types of seafood or fruits or vegetables, were already deadly. I knew that. They were not looking clean at all. People were cutting and chopping animals with bare hands, and the food over there and the smell over there was horrible. We all knew that before, so we avoid going to those suburb areas of China. I've done one video actually. I just been to one of them, and I remember I just bought some bananas from one market like that. Even this market that I'm talking was not that disaster, but still. Going through cheap markets of cheap farmer markets of China was something that I've been suspicious for the whole time. So right now there are some information coming from hospitals, government officials. There are so many updates, as you may see on the video, that I'm reaching every 10 to 15 minutes from WeChat groups and people, it is suspicious. And I don't want to scare myself or anyone. And I don't know, by being fearful or panicking, we can do anything. But as far as I'm concerned, just taking all the steps for hygiene and, you know, washing your hands every 15 minutes and just for 15 seconds. They say keep your windows open for a little bit of time, which I don't understand why is the reason. Avoid being in crowded areas, as you may have heard of all of those news. Keep on using masks. I'm going to even use my goggles on all over my travel through Ningbo to Thailand. We also have this, you know, taxi service called Didi. Many Chinese people in foreign already using it anyways, and they're still active. Actually, from what I've recently learned, the first time when we heard about the coronavirus epidemic alert, it was on December 8th. And then officially December 29, they start to release the news that there is a virus alert, just watch out and pay attention. The information didn't spread so fast, as the importance of this virus was pretty strong than what it is. So we haven't been informed clearly what to do and what's going on. If the actual caution was taken before, I don't know if we would go through all of these steps right now that we are kind of panicking. Everyone is taking off the country, and we don't even know when are we coming back over here or what's going to happen after all. Just 3 days ago, our vacation extended 1 week more. Basically, we've been given 10 days vacation roughly. Just 3 days after the outbreak of this virus, we've been told that we have 1 more week extended vacation. And just yesterday, we've been told the actual vacation extended to 17th of February, officially from the government announcement, and all the establishments and formal buildings and everything shut down. So pretty much the major cities of China is just empty. Not only Ningbo city. And as you may realize, I just took this video from 2 days ago, and it's still the same. It's not so far from it. It's almost exactly the same. I'm looking outside right now. It's empty. And some of these videos I took from today. So it's been forbidden. It's been empty. Not just because Spring Festival, but the funny thing is, just yesterday and the day before yesterday, I've been hearing fireworks, like gunshots, and seems like part of the Ningbo people still didn't seem to care. So what's going on? They are not aware of the importance of the situation. And right now I'm also receiving a message from a friend of mine. A travel show host apologizes for eating bat in a viral video. So this has been told over 5 days ago, that Chinese people are eating bats, and the actual problems are coming from these weird animals where they are, you know, dining these animals. Not even bats, cats and dogs, and it's kind of well known. But the first time I actually did not believe that, you know, they're eating bats. I've never heard this before. I'm sorry, I've been here for 1.5 years, and I'm learning every step by step what's going on more and more, because the first day or the second day, I didn't pay great amount of attention actually what's going on. I say, okay, this is probably a sort of a disease, but it's gonna go out soon in maybe a couple days. The third day, I was kind of freaked out too, and I started to search everything online and over the social media shares. With bats being pointed to as the possible source of deadly Wuhan virus, a young travel show host has publicly apologized for a video in which he dined on one of the flying mammals. It's like, I don't know what to say. I don't want to make so much comment on this. It's ridiculous, as we know. Many wild animals can carry, and bats, bamboo mice, and badgers. So the outbreak of viral pneumonia in Wuhan has a lot of common with the outbreaks of SARS in Guangdong in 2002. Both occurred in winter. I think that was the very first time we had the virus in China, which I wasn't here. So the initial outbreak is in the traded human and animal markets and was caused by unknown corona. Basically, this information came out very long time ago. This has been already clear before, but none of us, and especially Chinese people, were not aware or informed about this, probably strategically. Most of the people in China are really living in as I said in my previous video, living in more like traditionally, and when it comes to technical informations or medicinal informations that comes from Western or that depends on Western world, they don't rely on them so much as they rely on their own cultural backgrounds or traditions and whatnot. It's clear that people really need to be well educated here in China, as you can tell, and that's the main cause of this issue right now. There's some more info that we are having apparently, and the cases are actually, the numbers of the cases of the deadly viruses are increasing. So just before yesterday, I heard about 4,500 cases, and yesterday it went up to 6,000 cases. And according to other sources, before virus caused 65 million deaths. Not to scare you, but these are the numbers that has been spreading all over the news and social media. Luckily, tonight we're going out in Thailand, which I'm going to give more information of what's going on in Thailand. But I'm wondering what's going on in the airports right now, because either staying in China can be dangerous or going out in China can be dangerous. And I'm kind of worried about this, and that's what the uncertainty is coming from. And as you see on the video, this video has been taken 2 days ago, and the streets are dead empty. And people most of the time also left Ningbo not because of the coronavirus, or because also of the reason Spring Festival. In the right time, when people were hyped and excited to celebrate their Chinese festival. So many people for the first 3 and 4 days did not take this serious so much. That's also what made the issue grow, actually. So I don't want to spread so much fear or panic, but I don't know what else to say, because right now everything is uncertain. Numbers we've been giving are not super clear, like 138 death toll, 60 or 80 people cured. They just say those things. And there's 6,000, probably over 6,000 cases. If you ask my opinion, these numbers are not exactly right. I know that, and I deeply feel that. So luckily, just recently, a couple days before, people over the social media and my family start to ask me what's going on and are you coming here, where I'm coming from, Turkey and Canada. Actually, I lived in Canada for a long time, but I was born in Turkey. So right after I took my ticket to Thailand, I've been asked by my family to go back to Turkey, which I may think, because until 17th of February, life is stopped here. Everything is just shut down. The majority of the cities around China will be quarantined. It's very difficult to define the estimate when the outbreak reaches its peak. But I think this is according to doctors, one of the experts or doctors, I guess, release. 1 week or about 10 days, it will reach the climax and there will be no large-scale increases, it's been told. So according to some other sources, still from China, there might not be so much increase. But from other news media and social media groups, I'm seeing that it's even more serious than what it is. So I don't know how long this virus epidemic spread is going to capture all around, but I feel like this might be right. I'm just following my intuition, and I'm just talking from my experience outside and with the discussions I had with local friends and people. So the best thing I think you can do is to do the best as you can, and panicking is not going to help. And we don't even know if Chinese citizens that went outside, not just for the Spring Festival, but for this reason, are going to come back sooner or later. So again, some of this information are valuable over here in this video, but we will see, and I will do as much as update as I can over following days as to what's going on, because today I'm saying something and in just 2 days the whole information may just change quickly and rapidly, and that's what we are kind of worried, because the increasing epidemic of this virus is spreading so fast. Every single day, in every couple hours, there are upgrades and news are changing. Not everything is going to be stay the same. There will be estimate numbers of cures and cases, but tomorrow they're not going to be the same. So I want to say bye for now, and until then I will try to do as much updates as I can do, so keep in the loop. If you think my information is viral and useful for you, please subscribe.